Okay, I'm not too sure how this is going to go.
You've just told me to be normal.
Okay.
In a run up to it, you've just said I don't sound normal. So
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you're listening to this, hi.
Before we started recording, you said I don't sound normal, and now I didn't want to do it anyway. I didn't want to do this podcast.
We're both in a grumpy mood today.
Very grumpy because you're making me do a podcast, and I don't really want to do one.
But I think it's a good thing to do.
Is it? Why?
Well, look. Firstly, hello. I'm Neil. This is Saffron, and this is a podcast that at this moment we haven't really named. We've been playing around with some names, but the reason we're doing this, and also the reason why I think it's good that we're doing this on a grumpy day, is because something needs to change. And I mean, we've been up and down the motorway in the car today chatting about this, and Saf's been trying to turn her ears off from listening.
I'm very
to me.
reluctant.
But you would agree something has to change in our life.
Yes, because I'm miserable.
Yeah, and I'm not necessarily miserable in life, but we're miserable
with ourselves.
With ourselves.
Yeah. I'm not miserable with you. I still love you, darling.
Okay, well,
I'm glad I'm married.
It does sound like you are quite miserable that I'm making you do a podcast.
Yes, I'm reluctant to be in front of a microphone again because like my past, I was a radio presenter. It didn't work out for me, and it's been 15 years since I've even. I just don't like being in front of a microphone.
Okay, listen, maybe the first thing we do, if you are listening to this, it does sound like a bit of therapy that's happening between a married couple.
No. God, don't make it be that.
No, but it's not.
Good.
But we'll explain in this episode exactly why we're doing this and where we're going to go. And this is probably the grumpiest we're ever going to be. This is Saffron. So why don't I tell everybody about you? And then you can tell everybody about me. What? Well, I can talk about myself if you want to.
I've heard your spiel so much over the years that I could do it word for word, what you tell people.
No, but it's not just. It's not just about. It's not just about.
Can I do you first?
No, that's
please,
not fair.
Please.
No. Oh, okay, what? Go on.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, I'm Neil, and for the 25 years I was a radio broadcaster,
right, okay.
And you could have heard me on Heart Drive Time or Capital FM, various other stations around the country, including Galaxy, which is of course now Capital. Anyway, that's my background.
Okay, right, brilliant. Anything else to go alongside that? No, that's it. Is it for me? Okay, so 10 years ago I left radio and then set up my own agency. Do you want to talk about that? You're focusing on the stuff that makes you laugh and also makes everyone else laugh.
What actually do you do? What's your company?
No,
I say creative agency when I'm talking to someone.
That's good, yeah. Anyway, this podcast is not about that. This is Saffron.
God.
This is Saffron. We met when we were in radio. We've been together for nearly 20 years. Saffron was on the radio and had a great career. And before we get into anything where, I came down to London for you, I'll explain exactly the situation.
It's not a therapy session.
No, it's not. But I think this is good to get it all out in this first episode to, who we are, where we've been, all that sort of stuff. So we were both on a brilliant network of radio stations. I came down to London and Saffron gave up her job to move down for love. And also the fact that London could potentially tempt her into doing some more radio. Unfortunately, that didn't turn out.
No, you got my
well.
job.
So Saffron, hugely talented, has a brilliant blog on Facebook, plus the fact that we both have an autistic son called Tate. Saffron brilliantly looks after Tate.
He's a full-time job.
And he's a full-time job.
He is.
Well, not when he's at school.
No, but what do you want me to do when he's at school?
That's another thing. Do this podcast.
But I want to sleep.
Yeah, no problem. Anyway, we're not going to, again, it's not a therapy session. But the reason for this podcast isn't actually for anything that we've just talked about. And you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm now 46, coming up 47 in November. You're 42.
Well done, you got it right.
Yeah, I know I got it right. I've got no notes as well. We both got jotters in front of us, by the way, trying to take some notes down as we go through this because nothing is planned, as you can probably tell. But the only thing, yeah, all right, you don't have to draw a knob and balls. The only thing that is planned is why we're doing this. And I think there's something fundamentally wrong with our health, our mindsets when it comes to health, and well-being. And
I don't think it's our fault, though. I think we've been thrown a lot of, oh, no, I'm not going to be a victim. Do you know what? I'm not going to be a victim. I'm not going to blame anybody else but myself.
Yeah, it's our fault.
I've used mechanisms that have caused me to not feel as good as I should.
Yeah, exactly. Like we drink too much, we eat too much, we don't exercise, and
well, I'm lazy, I'm tired.
Yeah, and we're tired all the time. Now you might be listening to this and you picked up on the fact that we do have a 12-year-old autistic son. You're probably thinking, don't be too hard on yourself. But it's got to the stage now where I think both of us want to feel a lot better. This podcast is about being honest, right? God. And this podcast is a document for us to try and live by and to try and give a commitment to ourselves to keep going, to try and get somewhere good in our heads and with our health. When Saf tries a diet, I always throw her off.
We love eating, we love drinking, and we're a bad influence on each other.
Yeah.
Because
we're enablers for each other to be bad.
We love being together, eating and drinking. Yeah. It's our thing.
Top 3 things that you like to eat right now. I'll go for mine.
Why? Because it's nearly tea time.
No. I'm just thinking like top 3 things. 1, a massive bar of dairy milk. 2, drinking Marlborough Sauvignon Blanc wine, which is the least calorific of all wines, but it's still wine. And 3, probably a pizza or Chinese. Really bad, not good. Your 3.
Wine, gin.
Okay, they're all liquid at the moment.
See, I'm savoury. I like bread and pasta.
So now you're probably thinking, well, this is pretty lame because you're probably not massively overweight. I think we both...
I suggested we should measure ourselves and make a note of them and then measure ourselves again, but you're uncomfortable with doing that.
Yeah, explain to me why you think I am uncomfortable.
Because I don't think anybody really likes to see it in the broad daylight. Like it's like getting on the scales at Slimming World and somebody telling you your actual weight when you've not weighed yourself for a while. It's scary.
And I think this podcast, as we go forward, because there's a few things that we're going to do over the time to keep a track of what we're doing, is not only about weight loss, but it's I think I should lose 2 stone, 2.5 stone at least.
Same.
Right? When we were thinking about this, kind of 2.5 stone each is kind of where we're going. But also we want to be able to kind of flick that switch so it continues to be something that we can continue with later in life. I knocked the drink on the head last year and did, 8 months?
About, yeah.
So I know I can do that, but there's a couple of things I think that I want to hit. So one, I'd be interested to hear your Saf, like over the course of these podcasts. But one is to lose 2.5 stone, right?
Yep.
2 is to cut down massively on alcohol.
Shall I write these down?
Well, I think I should write them down. So 1, what did I say? Lose 2.5 stone. And I think it also might get addictive because I haven't lost weight. Apart from having COVID last year, I lost 1.5 stone in about a week and a bit. But it wasn't good. I mean, it was good because I was like, oh God, look how...
Oh, no, you properly milked it. You were like, look how my jeans are hanging off me.
But you know what? That's how I want to feel. That's
but without the COVID.
Yeah, without the COVID, if possible. Yeah. So that's number 1. Number 2 is to cut down on alcohol. Cut
it out or cut down?
Alcohol. I don't think I want to cut it out completely. I've got a friend that has, and they're very happy with that. But I think
I have to.
No, well, okay. Well, that's in your 3.
I think I have
to.
But
for me, I think it's just massively cut it down.
Okay.
And 3, And then, so 3, I want to do 10K again. I want to be able to do 10K in a jog, not a massive run. I don't want to be like, Mo Farah and make some amazing times. I just want to be able to get up and do a 10K, feel good after that 10K, and say that I've done it. So that's probably my top 3. Obviously, eat healthier would be in with number 1 anyway, because that's the way you're going to lose weight, is by doing moderate exercise and eating better. Your 3.
God, you're so sensible.
Well, no, it's not sensible. Isn't this the reason why we're doing this, though?
All right, it's just boring. All right. I think I need to cut the drink out because I can't do moderate drinking. That's all or nothing for me.
Okay, well, you're not writing this down.
Okay. Oh, God.
Yeah, so you write this down.
I need to stop drinking completely.
Stop drinking completely?
Yeah, I do, because I can't do moderate. I can't do one day on, one day off or anything like that, because I just can't do it.
Okay.
I have to quit completely.
Okay, number 2.
I want to lose weight. About the same as you would be fantastic. 2.5 stone would be great. It's really vain.
Well, it doesn't matter.
I want to feel better in clothes. I can't wear what I want to wear.
But that's number 2, isn't it? Isn't that losing weight to feel better in clothes?
But it's a big deal to me because I'm not enjoying my clothes anymore.
Well, that's okay.
So is that not number 3?
No, that's not number 3.
Feel better.
It's something.
Feel
it's
better.
something else that you want to be able to do.
Oh God! Don't make me do a 10K. Okay, I'm never doing that.
No. Do you want to feel more positive, that you think that you might want to go and do some more work, or?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So again, if you're listening in on this, sorry, it does sound like a little bit of a therapy session, but Saf also has written a couple of books which she hasn't released. Shouldn't that be one of your 3 to gain more confidence that you can move on with something?
Just confidence in general then, yeah.
Over the course of this, we're going to keep an audio diary of what we've eaten.
Oh, God.
Which is going to be horrific. And we can't lie. So if we do something, if we have a double-decker, or if we go for a bit of chocolate, yeah. If we have a packet of 3 double-deckers, then we've got to record it. We've got to, at that point, go onto our voice memos on our phone and record it. And we'll put them together and we'll let you hear it. We'll also write those statistics that we have down now. Now, I'm not comfortable, like you said, I'm not comfortable about...
Do you know how much you weigh?
Yeah.
Are you comfortable in saying what it is now?
No, I'm not comfortable about saying it.
I'll say what I am.
No, but no. I mean, no, I'm not comfortable about saying it. You're just
comfortable saying you feel 2.5 stone.
Yeah.
I feel
heavier than what I should be.
Right.
And you can place that guess wherever you want. But but I will write them down. I will do that. And by the way, we're not gym bunnies. We are people that, well, you went to the gym for a bit. I had a gym membership for years and never went, but it was a cool thing to tell people that I went. Like, oh yeah, look at this. There's a gym card in my wallet, and it cost me thousands of pounds over the years, and I never kind of went.
I went, but I didn't lose weight because it's true, you can't outwork a bad diet.
What else should we do on these podcasts? Because you loved walking during lockdown. You did like some of the YouTubers.
Yeah, because I've got big boobs, so I don't like running.
Right, okay.
And there's 2 things for that. I have to wear 2 sports bras, which is really uncomfortable. And secondly, I'm really embarrassed when I'm running because I know people are looking at them.
See, it's funny this word embarrassed comes up quite a lot because I'm embarrassed about...
Me?
No, not you. I'm embarrassed about what the statistics are for me at the moment. And also embarrassed to what I used to be like, really, because like the old me thought he was overweight when he certainly wasn't. And he was also walking a lot. When I was working in London a lot and on the trains, I was walking everywhere. So that was automatically keeping the weight off. So I'm embarrassed about, where I've kind of let it go to where it was, really. So, this is a difficult thing for me to do, but I think this podcast will hopefully keep us on track. Also, it won't be down every week.
No,
we don't want it to be down.
I don't think we're down. I just think we've hit the wall now. That's it, the end of the rope now, because I just feel shit every day and I don't want to feel shit anymore.
Yeah.
I want to feel good and I feel like I'm aging like quickly. I don't know whether it's lockdown or what, or whether getting past 40's done it, but I feel old and I don't think we should at this age. I think we should still feel quite able.
So we're going to look at reviewing some stuff. We'll look at some meal plans and we'll look at what we're doing. We'll give you
tips on like,
tips.
Yeah, because now I'm thinking, if I don't get A, do I get B? So if I don't get my wine,
right,
can I go and get my nails done?
Right. Okay.
So can I treat myself with other things that aren't going to put weight on me or make me feel unhealthy?
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah. So like, I love tips. I'll do tips.
Okay, you can do tips all right.
Saf's tips.
Could I do tips on wine that you can drink at home whilst listening to us not drink wine?
We do know quite a lot about wine.
When was the first time you thought something's changed and it's all going a little bit wrong?
What? When did I feel old?
Yeah. For me, it was.
For you, it certainly wasn't when you did a 10K with no training.
Oh yeah, exactly. But
you were young. You were a young man. Like you were 29.
But it was 30 when I felt old because I went paintballing for, I think it was someone's stag do. Can't even remember. All I can remember was trying to do a Rambo roll, thinking that I can do this. This is going to be successful. Is easy. Yeah, this will be fine because
I'm going to look so cool doing this.
I've jumped on the floor. I mean, again, see, you're going to laugh at this because you always do when I say this. But as a teenager, I was. Oh,
Here we go.
You know what
we go. Is it table tennis champion? Is it judo?
Yeah, both.
Yeah,
I was a black belt second dan at judo.
I'm glad you got that in on the first one.
No, well, I'm just like...
Because it won't be the last time you mention it.
And table tennis, Hampshire number 5. I wasn't Hampshire number 1, but 5 I'd take. But
Hampshire's a big place.
But exactly, a massive place.
Well done.
Exactly, just not many people playing table tennis. There was 5 of us. What annoyed me was that at 30, I thought I could still do that because, again, one of my party tricks of being anywhere, and if anyone knows me from any of the radio stuff that I did and came to any of the road shows that I did, whether it be in Milton Keynes or Northampton or London or whatever. No, but there was one thing that I used to do everywhere, which I thought was cool, which was try and break dance, right? And
oh God,
I mean, I did that up until probably about 10 years ago when split my trousers and it went wrong.
You've done it before. You've done it since then because I've been worried about your wrists, and I've said don't do it because you're going to break your wrists.
Yeah, horrific, absolutely horrific.
At weddings, probably at wedding. Last wedding we went to, you probably tried to do it.
Okay, but that was a long time ago,
and I stopped you from doing it because we need you to have your wrists working for work purposes.
Well, if that's what they call it. Back on that paintball day, I went down to do a Rambo roll, and I remember just
halfway through.
I've
made a big mistake.
Yeah, huge. I was like, that's it. Life has now caught me up. Shit, that hurt. Now, kind of 17 years on, nearly.
Don't even try.
There's
don't
no
even
Rambo
pick
rolls
up
going on.
Don't pick up a gun, even paintball gun. Mine was doing a crab for some kids. I was babysitting when I was about 35, and I tried to do a crab, and you just can't do a crab at 35. Do you remember when you were like, I don't know whether you did it because you were a boy, but when you were girls, you used to do like cartwheels and crabs in the school playground, and it was like as easy as anything. So I presumed it was going to be like that. Oh no. I actually cannot get into a crab at all.
Well, nor can I, so you're not alone.
I really can't now because that was 5, 6, 7 years ago.
Maybe we should set. I mean,
my God! Shall I try and get into a crab?
Well, you've got 3 there. Maybe there's 3 things. Like I'd like to do a handstand or a forward roll.
Successfully. Oh,
this is number 4. Successfully
do a crab.
Okay. Yeah,
that's harder than losing 2.5 stone. I guarantee.
Well, no,
it.
I think if we lost 2.5 stone and we felt better, a crab could be done.
No, it's like a proper yoga pose that's impossible. That's the hardest thing on my list.
Okay. And on these podcasts as well, you'll probably hear from Tate, either in the background or maybe featured in a couple of these podcast episodes. And I think it's good that we bring him into the podcast as well, because
you can hear how awesome he is.
Yeah, firstly, you can hear how awesome he is, but also how difficult it is to have an autistic son.
Talking
of, bear with me. Here he comes. Tate.
I know what he's going to ask for.
I know what he's going to ask for.
Guess what it is with him being our child.
Tate, could you come over here and talk into the microphone and say what you're going to say, please?
Hey, Tito.
What's
Potato.
that? What would you like to eat, Tate?
Blubber. Truth butter. Love.
Okay, so that's black pasta, which is Marmite pasta with butter, lots and lots. And there goes Tate into the other room. And I mean, that's another thing that we're doing this mainly. I mean, there's a kind of level above of what, why are we doing
above
this?
Our list.
Yeah, above our list,
There
which is for Tate. We want to be around as long as we can do to make sure that his life is as brilliant as it can be. It's the reason why we need to do this right now. So I think that's probably enough for the first episode, which is kind of a pre-episode, really. Please remember to subscribe to this podcast so you get a new episode of us, probably being grumpy or happy, from Apple or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. We hope you comment and you let us know what you think, and also get behind us and help us. If you want to hate us and troll us, that's fine too.
No.
Why?
Don't do that.
Oh. Well, yeah, I don't listen to that anyway. Who cares?
5.
Fine.
Don't listen to trolls.
Okay, fine. We'll see you
You fuckers.
for the first episode, proper, very soon.